Did you know your business can honor God while transforming lives around the world? Welcome to the IBAM Biblical Entrepreneurship Show, the weekly podcast that inspires and equips Christian entrepreneurs to build sustainable businesses that glorify God and uplift impoverished communities. At IBAM, our mission is built on the three fish metaphor. Give a fish. We provide startup loans to launch businesses. Teach to fish. We offer entrepreneur training for lasting growth. Equip for discipleship. We empower discipleship to multiply impact. Join IBAM's founder, Steve Adams, as he shares powerful solo episodes and expert interviews filled with mentorship, insights, and real-life stories of how biblical entrepreneurship is advancing the Great Commission. Subscribe now and get ready to be inspired, equipped, and empowered to make an eternal impact.
The gap we can no longer ignore. There comes a moment in every generation, a moment when the numbers stop being just numbers, when the statistics lose their anesthesia, when you finally see the truth that's been in front of you the whole time. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Today, I want to talk about a gap the world has tolerated for decades, a gap the church has unknowingly funded, a gap most believers don't even realize exists. But once your eyes are open to it, something in your spirit will rise. A holy discontent will form, a conviction that says, we cannot keep doing missions and charity the way we've always done them, because the model we've inherited, the model we keep giving to, the model billions of dollars flow through every year, is not transforming people long-term. And deep down, you already know it. The hidden crisis. Let's start here. Every year, the world gives hundreds of billions of dollars to fight poverty. Food programs, medical relief, short-term missions, church aid, emergency response, clothing drives, orphan care, economic outreach. And praise God, many lives are touched, many needs are met. But despite the mountains of generosity, poverty cycles are not breaking. Not in Africa, not in Southeast Asia, not in Latin America, not even in our own backyard. Here's the real question. How is it possible that we're giving more than ever, but seeing less transformation than ever? How are billions being sown, yet multi-generational poverty is still growing? How do we send teams, build wells, fill shipping containers, yet communities remain dependent year after year? The numbers don't add up. And if you feel that, if something inside you whispers, something is off, you're right. Because charity, by itself, no matter how sincere, cannot break the chains of poverty. Why? Because relief without discipleship does not multiply, and giving without equipping does not transform. Let me say it another way. Handouts help for a moment, but only discipleship plus entrepreneurship change a lifetime. But here's the deeper truth. Even the most well-meaning charities are not built for multiplication. They're built for relief. And relief is good, but relief is not enough. Relief feeds a person for a day. Training feeds them for a lifetime. Discipleship changes their soul for eternity. And when you combine all three, you start a movement. Why our current model isn't working. Most Western Christians believe they're helping the poor by funding charity. And yes, charity matters. But charity has a flaw. It is not designed to produce income, build dignity, create jobs, multiply leaders, empower local churches, break dependency, or sustain itself. Charity starts beautiful, but ends with someone waiting for the next donation. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Dependency is not dignity. Dependency is not discipleship. Dependency is not transformation. Yet millions of Christians, maybe even you, have unknowingly been funding dependency for decades. Not because you don't care, but because you were never shown a better way. Today you will be. The gap we can no longer ignore. Here's the gap. Traditional charity solves immediate needs, but it does not solve long-term problems. It's like putting a bandage on a wound that needs surgery. It feels compassionate, but it isn't curative. On the outside, food, clothes, donations, aid. On the inside, cycles that never end. The gap is real. The gap is growing. And the gap is now undeniable. Because you can't disciple a nation on international donations. You can't build churches on outside funding forever. You can't break poverty using systems that never create income. At some point, something must multiply, which brings us to IBAM's calling. The IBAM difference. The three fish model. At IBAM, we don't believe in either or. We believe in all three. It's not give a fish or teach to fish. Teach to fish or equip with fishing gear. The kingdom model is 1. Give a fish, meet the immediate need, because Jesus fed the 5,000 before he taught them. 2. Teach to fish, equip with biblical business training, because wisdom and stewardship unlock generational impact. 3. Equip the fisher, capital plus coaching plus discipleship, because knowledge alone doesn't multiply. Systems and support do. This is what makes IBAM different. We don't just give. We don't just train. We don't just preach. We disciple through business. We empower through entrepreneurship. We multiply through the local church. It's charity to education to empowerment to multiplication. A full cycle. A sustainable model. A kingdom engine. And the result? Not dependency, but dignity. Not temporary aid, but lasting transformation. Not Western-led projects, but locally-led movements. Real proof. Real stories. Real impact. Let me share with you a story from the field, straight from our IBAM testimonials. Meet Elijah Aviza, chairman of Awana, Zambia. IBAM trainee, entrepreneur, disciple maker. Listen to his words. As the chairman of Awana, Zambia's board and an IBAM trainee, I've seen how our chicken business can impact society and spread the gospel. IBAM's empowerment through knowledge and resources could transform Africa and the world. This is what happens when the gap is closed. When business fuels ministry, when income fuels discipleship, when local entrepreneurs lead the charge. Now, here's another. Meet Fegas, IBAM Master Trainer. As an IBAM Master Trainer and entrepreneur, I've seen my business flourish while contributing to a sustainable approach for ministry and disciple making across Africa. His business didn't just grow. His impact grew. His discipleship grew. His influence grew. And it didn't stop with him. Because when one entrepreneur rises, a whole community rises with them. Meet patience. IBAM has helped me grow as a person. It has helped my business grow. I'm more determined. I can budget. I know how to market my business. You hear it? That's dignity. That's empowerment. That's the gospel taking root in real life, not only in theory. Meet Joseph. We are privileged to partner with IBAM because through this partnership, we can reach children and youth, the agents of change, and bring transformation to Africa. Read that again. Bring transformation to Africa. Not temporary aid, not dependency, transformation. That's what you're part of when you join the mission. And the best part? These testimonies aren't from Americans going overseas. They're from local leaders, local entrepreneurs, local disciple makers. It's their movement. IBAM simply lights the match. The calling on your life. Let me speak to your spirit for a moment. You are not called to be a passive giver. You are not called to do random acts of charity. You are not called to just donate to whatever feels urgent. You are called to steward, to disciple, to multiply, and to build the kingdom strategically. Deep in your heart, you've always known. You want your generosity to create disciples, not dependency. You want to invest in something eternal, something measurable, something sustainable, something that aligns with your faith and your business-minded stewardship, something that reflects the Father's heart. Empower, equip, multiply. That's why IBAM exists. And that's why this moment matters. This is the moment we stop patching problems. For decades, the Western Church has been patching holes, feeding without equipping, giving without discipling, helping without multiplying. All good, all sincere, all biblical in intent, but not sustainable, not transformational, not enough. This is the moment we stop patching and we start rebuilding. This is the moment we move from charity to empowerment, from relief to discipleship, from temporary aid to generational impact. This is the moment we answer God's call. Go and make disciples of all nations, not just converts, not just charity recipients, disciples. And discipleship is not a moment. It is a multiplication process. If your heart is burning right now, if your spirit feels awakened, if your mind is saying, yes, this is what giving is supposed to look like, then the next step is simple. Become an impact member today. Only $10 per month. For most people, that's 2 coffees, 1 fast food meal, loose change in the cup holder. But inside IBAM, $10 becomes discipleship, training, business coaching, economic empowerment, gospel expansion, generational transformation. And for you, It becomes a spiritual ROI, eternal impact, stories you can celebrate, a sense of purpose, a community of faith-driven givers, the joy of multiplying your resources in the kingdom. Your $10 doesn't go to charity. It goes to sustainable, gospel-centered, locally led transformation. You'll receive monthly global impact stories, prayer updates, proof of impact, real testimonies, a front row seat to what God is doing through business, workplace devotionals, and spiritual insights. The satisfaction of knowing you are part of something eternal, because this isn't just giving. This is discipleship. This is empowerment. This is multiplication. This is kingdom strategy.
Listening to the International Business as Mission podcast, a space where we explore how to build businesses rooted in biblical principles that create global impact. But we're not just here to talk. We're taking action to spread entrepreneurship to poverty-stricken communities around the world. Our mission is to be the catalyst that empowers people to build sustainable livelihoods and break the cycle of poverty. We follow the 3-fish principle: give a fish, providing startup loans to empower entrepreneurs. 2, teach to fish, offering entrepreneurial training for sustainable business practices. And 3, equip for disciple making, building a community that supports spiritual growth alongside business success. This is life-changing work, but we can't do it alone. We need passionate impact partners like you to join us on this mission. By becoming a donor, your generous gift will directly fund the establishment of new businesses that provide dignified work and hope. Just imagine, your donation could help a single mother in rural Africa start a small farming venture that allows her to feed her children and send them to school. Or a young man in Southeast Asia to launch a small business, breaking the chains of generational poverty. This is the power of entrepreneurship as a force for good. Will you join us in unleashing it? Go to IBAM.org now to start impacting lives through the transformative power of business as mission. Together, we can create a world of flourishing.